It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Nothing better than pregame festivities for the World Series. Game 3 is coming up next. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy. About to get started here. Getting the nod in this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, he's not a scout's dream because of the height, an undersized pitcher, but the heart is there and knows how to work the corners of the plate, add and subtract velocity to keep the hitters off balance.
Ready to go now? And the batter now, Julio Rodriguez.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Slow roller to third. Ramirez throws across the diamond. Rodriguez out of the play. This offense ready for Game 3 of the World Series. Let's take a look at the lineup.
Well, they're ready to perform in the biggest game of their season. We expect to see smart at-bats from them today. It's a battle-tested group, Boog, and they know what's on the line in this one.
The pitch. The shortstop takes the ball. Yamamoto. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. On the ground right side. Over to first. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command, be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
And here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Ripped into right field, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today. The emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that guys at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Roof makes the catch, and that is that. Mariners leave one. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Today's starting pitcher, George Kirby. What do you got on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2. On the ground right side. Polanco tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
One down, base is empty. Swings and misses. Now 2 away.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, it's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
That's to third, and it gets by him.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So 2 down, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. So the Dodgers leave one. We played an inning. No score. World Series Game 3. And now for Seattle, Ken Griffey Jr. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Logan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And up next for Seattle, Eugenio Suarez. On the ground to the left, Ramirez. Fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
The left fielder,
Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Arozarena went off for 2 homers in his last game. Outside low, 2-1. Second inning here, no score. There's a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Next offering misses, and now it's 3-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in L.A., here's the veteran first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Going to count 1-2. Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you'll get a little extra to plate, and sometimes you won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that ball.
And next for L.A., Cal Ripken Jr. Foul ball there. Nobody out, runner at first. That misses the zone, and the count is 2-2. That one ripped. Junior going back on this one. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Lifted in the air, right field. Snags it for the second out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
The second baseman.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 3 of the World Series. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Slides, but it gets by him. Freeman headed for third. Relay throw to second, but he's in there easily.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So 2 aboard and 2 out, scoreless game. And up to the plate is Will Smith. And fouled off. Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Here's the veteran outfielder, Mitch Haniger. This one in the air, center field. Judge is under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. So digging in, Jorge Polanco.
Well, Boog, here's a nugget on Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Well, he rarely travels without his tiny, fluffy dog, Mikan. Mikan is named after a famous Mandarin orange.
This one's fair, down the line and left. And it's going to be extra bases. And that's a double.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And now, Julio Rodriguez. That one's in there, and it's 1-2. Top of the third, no score. That one not close. It's 2-2. Fastball is outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. 2 on, 1 out. Got him! And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. 2 on, 2 outs. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Polanco coming around third. He'll score on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. First and second, 2 outs. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Josh Naylor. Ball to strike and delivers outside. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. First and second, 2 down. Out to short. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's some real power at the plate. Shohei Ohtani. Fly ball center field. Junior. Nabs it. 1 down. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge.
The center fielder, Aaron Judge.
The rope into right, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He was all over that one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And up next for Los Angeles, Babe Ruth. Moved to first, and Judge back in safely. Ruth needs just 1 more homer to pass Henry Aaron on the all-time list. Swing and a miss.
Incredible to think that 755 could have been passed once, let alone multiple times. What a remarkable career he's put together.
And now 2-2. Judge on the run. Pitch is high. Throw to second. Out.
Wow, he just showed right there why he's known for having one of the best arms, one of the elite arms in the league. Man, that runner had a big lead at first base. You usually don't get thrown out, but this guy's such a great thrower. That's pretty amazing right there.
2 outs, base is empty. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. Dodgers go down quietly. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, out of the 4th, and stepping in for the Mariners, Ken Griffey Jr. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Ruth flashes the leather on the running catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And that drops in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Hit weakly on the ground. Throw on to Freeman, and he's out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. 2 down, nobody on. Just missed. To the backstop. That's ball 4.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
So, man aboard, Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners. Next pitch is outside, and it's 2-1. That one at the knees for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. 1 left for Seattle. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the 4th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr. Off the plate, and a count 2-1.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
In there at the knees, and that's strike 2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. And a good start to the inning. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat, and I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Not even close there. And it's 2-1. Tap foul at the plate.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Acuna runs. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Tying run in scoring position here in Game 3 of the World Series. Up the middle. Crawford throws to first in time, and Freeman is retired. And the batter will be the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Strike 3, got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So 2 down now, and here is Jose Ramirez. Swinging a foul out of play. Acuna at second with 2 down. That misses the zone. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And And a base hit. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And a swing and a miss.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, in time. And the drop third strike leads to the first out.
Well, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Next to hit, Julio Rodriguez. Next pitch is downstairs. One out, base is empty. That one fouled off. 2-2. One down, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
The cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle, so I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. Inside, just missed. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Two outs. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side for the second time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
World Series Game 3. Tommy Edman at the plate. Next offering is in for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where you want it to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
The next offering misses. 3-2 now.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
No outs, runner at first. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. And a base hit right there. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one missing inside. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Trent Thornton. Ferguson getting cranked up as well. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance, and it is out of here. A 3-run shot. It's 3-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Trent Thornton gets the call from the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Pitch is in there, and the count is 1-2. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And Judge is down on strikes. Stepping in the long ball threat, Babe Ruth. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time. And he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed.
Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And he's got a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. One and two now on Acuna. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. Here is Freddie Freeman.
Number 5, Freddie Freeman.
And a 1-1. Just missed. That misses the zone. 3-1. Cal Ripken Jr. Up next for the Dodgers. Runner at second, 2 down. A little out front there as he swings through it. Ripped into left center, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 4-1.
Comes through with the RBI.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runner at first with 2 away. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. 2-1 now. Hit hard on the ground is short. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're through 5. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the switch hitting catcher. That one is absolutely belted. Ranging back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh Naylor.
Here's Josh Naylor. Base is empty, 1 away here in Game 3 of the World Series. And there's the strike. And that skips into dirt.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Next one is off the plate. And it's a full count. Ball 4, tried another curve but couldn't locate it.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
1 down. Here's the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Almost 100 pitches through 5 1/3 innings. I'm thinking he's probably done in the next couple of batters.
And that one a little below the knees. 3-1. Naylor, the base runner at first with 1 out. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Now the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. There goes Junior. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that just misses. Randy Arozarena hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat. They'd love to give him a shot here.
Edman throws to first. That's the 3rd out. Mariners lead 1, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gregory Santos.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
next offering is down low. Movement in the bullpen. Caleb Ferguson getting loose out there. Snyder also getting ready. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. Toss to Naylor, and Ramirez is set down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Tommy Edman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. And they'll do it again. Breaking ball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Next to hit, Will Smith. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one 95 to finish him off. Dodgers down in order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Back here at Chavez Ravine. All set for the start of the inning. Leading off, Randy. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Eric Gagne gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
The 1-1. And that is out of play. And that's way high. And it's 2-2. Stays alive. Two now. Got him swinging. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Mitch Haniger. 1 down, base is empty. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That's the 3rd. Ramirez. Throwing the dirt, and he can't come up with it.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
1 gone, runner at first. Here's the second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Got him looking. And 2 away now.
Well, I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
The 1-1. High fly ball down the left field line. Ruth settles under it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Seattle, and they trail it 4-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Caleb Ferguson.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out. You know, these Dodgers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way so far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now 1 away.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And now he's falling behind Judge.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
And there's a ball.
And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game because the pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs. I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Corrals it. And there's 2 down.
The left field, number 3, Babe.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's going to be Babe Ruth. And that's outside. Ronald Acuna Jr. waiting to bat for the Dodgers. Two down, nobody on. Ripped to short. Tosses across to first. And the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they lead it 4-1. We're at the top of the 8th, and now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. The M's in striking distance, but have some work. And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. New pitcher now, Andrew Miller. He has a great slider with tons of movement. That one misses in the dirt. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Judge has it sized up. Hauls it in for the out. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. The Dodgers leading by 3 here in the late stages of Game 3. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Missed with a changeup. 2-2. That misses off the outside edge.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is gone. And they cut into the lead. It's 4-2.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Base is empty, 1 away. Stepping in, Josh Naylor. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
The center fielder, number 24, Ken Griffey Jr.
2 down, bases empty. Ken Griffey Jr. up next for the Mariners. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in Game 3 of the World Series. And that's a base hit. It's not often someone hits a baseball this hard. It's worthy of a StatCast treatment, Singy.
Well, I was anxious to see what that exit velo would be, and wow, 116 miles per hour.
And here comes the Dodgers manager.
Now pitching.
So they turn to their closer, Roki Sasaki.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now, Eugenio Suarez. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Ruth pulls that one down.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Colin Snyder. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
The right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hard hit left side. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Yeah, that's outside. 2-2. Action in the pen down there. Matt Brash, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Next offering misses down and away. Bases empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 3-2 is outside and it's ball 4.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Cal Ripken Jr. steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Ball to strike. The pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That one's carrying. And out of here. That one felt good. It's 6-2.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
One out, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. One down, base is empty. And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Manager out of the dugout, and he. Gabe Spire on the pitch here. Man at first, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy. Edmund. Looks like we've got a substitution at first on the pinch run for the Dodgers. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Next offering is downstairs. On the ground, right side. Polanco fires over to first, and they get Edmund for the out. Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith. 2 outs. In the air, left field, Arozarena under this one. Squeezes it. That is the inning. All set to start the 9th in this one. And stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena. Justin Dean. He's out in left field getting loose there as he enters the game on. Defense now. Next offering is in for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to try to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. He gets there with the slide to first, and it beats him. What a play.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there, and of course, the most important part was getting the out.
And up next for Seattle, Mitch Haniger. Just missed. One down, base is empty. Popped in the air, left field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now, Jorge Polanco. And that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. In safely, it's a double and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
In now is the Mariners DH, Julio Rodriguez. Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Dodgers now lead the series 2-1 following this pivotal Game 3 win at home.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
And your final 6-2. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.